Hi guys, today we'll be analyzing 5 important American stocks: PayPal, Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. Here we see PayPal on a weekly chart, so every candle is a weekly one. As we can see here, we have detected the point of control, so a POC, an increase in volumes associated with an increase in the amplitude of the weekly candlestick. So here what we see a long white candle with an increase, okay, in the amplitude. If we compare, for example, this candle with the previous one, as you can see here, normally the length between the high and the low is much, okay, lower than in this case. So to me this is a full short for several reasons. First of all, we see an increase in volumes, okay, after this point of control, when the two candles hit the lower bands. Here we see a candle which has hit the two upper bands, okay, with an increase in volume. So this is 100% short for me for the next weeks. So let's move now to check how Netflix is doing. Actually, I'm already telling you that the most bullish stock between the ones that I'm going to analyze is Microsoft for me, okay, which has a very smooth trend and where we see still some tick, okay, to reach our target. So what do we see here? Here we see again a perfect uptrend. But Netflix tends to be moving in cycles, perfect cycle. As you can see here, here we have seen an uptrend and then a smooth downtrend. Now here we are seeing actually a uptrend almost close to the upper bands, like it happened here. And after this candle hitting the upper band, we've seen a counter trend move downwards. Also here, this is a weekly chart again. In the lower section, we have the accumulation distribution, okay, and we see actually the accumulation distribution should go higher. So we see an increase, okay, so Netflix is going higher while the accumulation distribution actually is not only going higher but almost lower, okay, so this is a bearish divergence. Also here we see a doji candle and also a sort of hammer, little hammer, okay, with an increase in volume. So I cannot forecast a huge movement downwards, yet I see a movement downwards for the next weeks, okay. So now let's move to Apple. Okay, Apple is quite different. For Apple, we still have room. Okay, so we might see a movement till 340 till 350 US dollar. Here we've seen a huge point of control, so Apple seems to be very strong stock. Okay, so right now I would prefer buying Apple rather than Netflix for sure. Okay, here as well we see an increase in the amplitude, so the distance between the high and the low. Okay, which is alerting us that we are close to the relative high. Okay, again I see movement, a space for a move till 340 till 350. Also we see that the accumulation distribution is getting higher, okay, and is above this resistance area. Now let's move to Amazon. Okay, Amazon is different case. Actually, we see here one increase, okay, in the amplitude. So as we can see here, is we have a very long white candle, so the distance between the high and the low is much higher than in these cases, okay. Also, we have seen an increase in volumes. It's not properly a point of control because we should see a much higher increase in volumes. Yet, okay, the long white candle has hit the upper bands. Then we've seen a sort of doji small hammer, then a long white candle, and then again one white candle again with small volumes. Okay, actually we are really close to the eye. Maybe this is not the eye, okay, but we are really close to the eye. Now let's see Microsoft. So Microsoft is my favorite with Apple. Okay, and of course PayPal is the one with less probabilities to go higher, while I forecast a movement downwards for the next weeks. Okay, Microsoft here again, like in the case for Apple, we still have room. Okay, we are really close to the high. Yet I don't see enough volumes coming up, but the accumulation distribution is higher than at this level. Okay, so we might have again in this case movement, space for a movement until 200 US dollar. Okay, 200 US dollar also is a net number, so from this area, okay, we might see some movement downwards. Yet Microsoft and Apple are my two favorite stocks if compared with the other ones. Thank you, guys.